Welcome back. Today's explainer is an absolute must-listen because we are completely pulling back the curtain on the 2026 YouTube ecosystem. If you're tired of the endless guesswork, throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping something sticks, and you just want to know exactly how modern channel growth and monetization actually work, well, you are in the exact right place. We're going to break down the hard data, the proven frameworks, and the exact tools top creators are using right now to dominate. Let's dive in.
So here's a question for you. Is growing on YouTube in 2026 based on luck, or is it a science? Because honestly, so many people still treat YouTube like a giant lottery ticket. They upload random content, cross their fingers, and just hope for the best. But as we're going to see today, that is entirely the wrong approach. The reality? Breaking through the noise today is a cold, hard science. It's a completely predictable, data-backed system. And once you understand the variables in that system, you have a seriously powerful weapon you can start using immediately to engineer your own success.
Here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll tackle the 2026 algorithm reality. Then, we'll look at top faceless YouTube niches, followed by winning the gaming niche. After that, we'll cover smart production and workflows, and wrap it all up with the modern monetization stack. Let's get to it.
All right, starting with part 1, the 2026 algorithm reality. Brace yourself because all those old rules you might have learned about hacking the algorithm, yeah, they are officially dead and buried.
So here is exactly what changed. Back in the day, the algorithm really only cared about two things: raw watch time and simple likes. It was pretty basic. Today, it is all about session contribution and comments. Now, what is session contribution? It's basically your watch time combined with absolute viewer satisfaction. Do they watch 2 more videos after yours, or do they completely close out of the app? If your video extends their entire viewing session on the platform, YouTube rewards you massively. Plus, likes have been seriously downweighted. Think about it, a like is just a cheap one-tap action. Comments, on the other hand, require actual effort. So the algorithm now treats comments as this massive, glowing signal of deep viewer investment.
And this shift in metrics feeds directly into how YouTube actually tests your content today. It's a 4-layer testing system. When you hit upload, YouTube tests your video in 4 expanding rings. First, it goes to a tiny slice of your core audience. We're talking maybe just 10 to 100 viewers. If their click-through rate and retention are solid, boom, it pushes to layer 2, recent viewers. Win them over, and it graduates to layer 3, topic matches. Pass that test, and you finally hit layer 4, adjacent audiences. That right there is where videos go viral. And the absolute best news for 2026? Small channels get tested faster than ever before. If you can just nail that layer 1, YouTube will aggressively push your video to totally new audiences within days. It's a total game changer.
Moving right along to part 2, top faceless YouTube niches. We're shifting gears to look at the highly optimized, completely data-driven side of YouTube, where you don't even need to step in front of a camera.
When you actually follow the data, the sheer earning potential here is mind-blowing. Just look at these Tier 1 CPMs. That's what advertisers are paying you per 1,000 views. Medicare and senior insurance is pulling a massive $52 to $68 CPM. Like, wow, why so high? Because the 65-plus demographic watches a ton of YouTube, and just one converted lead is worth thousands of dollars to an insurance company. Then you've got B2B software reviews sitting between $22 and $38, and personal finance ranging from $18 to $35. By targeting these high CPM sub-niches where viewers actually have a strong intent to spend money, you completely change the math of your entire channel. You don't need 1 million views to make a living, you just need the right views.
But on the flip side, you really need to know what to avoid. Please, whatever you do, steer clear of these traps. Things like motivational quotes. Sure, they look incredibly easy to make, but they pull a completely dismal $1 to $3 CPM. Plus, YouTube actively suppresses them now for being reused content. General news commentary? That fails completely unless you have a super strong on-camera personality. And general crypto content carries a massive risk of just getting flat-out demonetized because of YouTube's strict new policies. Basically, these niches lack clear buyer intent. That means you could literally grind away in your bedroom for 18 months and barely make enough to buy a single cup of coffee. Steer clear.
All right, part 3, winning the gaming niche. This is our second creator archetype, the ultra-specific, persona-driven channel, which operates very differently from the faceless stuff we just talked about.
There's a mega creator named Austin John, and he hits the nail right on the head with this quote. People don't subscribe to a gaming channel because of the game you're playing. What they subscribe to is what they find once they get into that video. That is profound. The crucial point here is that viewers are looking for the role you play in their life. Are you the ultimate step-by-step guide? Are you the chaotic gamer who tries to break the game's mechanics?
Or are you the lore master hunting for hidden Easter eggs? If you spend months being a super helpful guide in Pokemon, and then you suddenly switch to casually streaming a random shooter game, your audience is gonna bail. You have to commit to your role with serious intention.
So, how exactly do you stand out in a niche that's as flooded as gaming? Well, Austin John lays out this absolutely brilliant first, best, or fastest framework. You can be the first, meaning you race the clock to upload a walkthrough within maybe 15 minutes of a midnight game release, or you can be the best, literally spending 30 hours testing deep game mechanics so your video becomes the undisputed ultimate resource on the topic. Or finally, you can be the fastest, which is all about high frequency, becoming the go-to news source the exact minute a patch update drops. The takeaway? Pick your competitive advantage and own it.
Let's jump into Part 4, Smart Production and Workflows. We really need to talk about how modern creators actually build these videos without burning out. 10 to 15 seconds. Just let that sink in for a moment. That is exactly how long it takes Austin John to go from getting a news alert on his phone to actively recording a video in his studio. How? He uses voice-activated macros, preset lighting that's always ready, and a hardwired connection straight from his studio to his editing bay. He can literally edit a 10-minute video in just 6 minutes. The lesson for us here is that deep knowledge and a highly optimized setup will absolutely beat over-editing every single time. Stop obsessing over making every video look cinematic and start obsessing over delivering maximum value quickly and clearly.
Now, what about the faceless side? Well, AI tools have practically destroyed the barrier to entry here. You can literally build a complete professional workflow for under $15. You use tools like Keyscan and ChatGPT to research and outline scripts that target low-competition keywords. Then you use ElevenLabs, which gives you these incredibly lifelike AI voiceovers. You grab your visuals from a stock subscription like Storyblocks, and you just stitch the whole thing together in CapCut. Because of this, a solo creator can now comfortably pump out 8 to 12 high-quality faceless videos a month on a tiny budget. It's wild.
And here is a highly actionable tip on workflows right inside YouTube Studio. We all know shorts are incredible for rapid discovery, right? But let's be real, they are incredibly hard to monetize on their own. So the smart modern workflow uses shorts to funnel viewers directly into your highly monetized long-form content. You literally just sign into YouTube Studio, select your short, and click the related video option to link your longer, in-depth explainer. This seamlessly converts casual scrolling swipers into deeply engaged, high-revenue viewers. It essentially acts as free advertising for your main content. Definitely start doing this.
Finally, Part 5, the modern monetization stack. Let's look at how the smartest 2026 creators are turning all these views into a real, sustainable, multi-layered business.
If there is one critical takeaway here, it's this. AdSense is just the floor of your revenue. It is not the ceiling. The 2026 stack definitely relies on AdSense as a baseline, sure. But remember those high-intent niches we talked about? They naturally lead to super lucrative affiliate programs. We're talking maybe a $500 commission just for referring a single B2B software client. Then you layer on digital products. A faceless channel in the finance niche can easily sell a $47 tax optimization spreadsheet entirely on autopilot. And finally, you add in recurring revenue from memberships or Patreon. When you stack it all together, it becomes an incredibly robust, bulletproof business model.
Which brings us to the massive hidden exit strategy that almost nobody talks about, 24 to 36x. A monetized faceless channel can actually be sold as a digital asset on platforms like Flippa for 24 to 36 times its monthly revenue. Let's do the math. If your channel generates $3,000 a month through AdSense and affiliates, you can flip that asset for upwards of $108,000. Because a faceless channel isn't tied to your personal face or your personal brand, it is a completely transferable, highly valuable business asset.
And so we arrive at our final thought. The 2026 window is wide open. You now know the science behind the algorithm, you know the highest paying niches, how to structure a persona, how to build ultra-fast workflows, and how to set up a massive monetization stack. The tools and the data are quite literally right here in your hands. The only question left is, what role will your channel play?